Well, guys that are watching from the network channel, we got something special for you guys. You guys seem to love me covering the communist that got elected in New York named Zoran Mamdani, the communist new what do they call him in communist countries? The general secretary. That's what I'm gonna call him. He's the general secretary of New York City. Yeah. It ain't looking good for New York, man. It ain't looking good for New York at all.
They say broken arrow in the military. When, oh shit, broken arrow. We got a problem. We got a real problem.
Yeah.
Escape from New York just became real life.
It's gonna get bad out there, man.
Don't come to Texas. Don't.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, guess what, Rhodes? Who is one of New York City's favorite sons? He works at ESPN. He has his own podcast. Who is he?
It's communist. What?
No. Who is one of New York City's favorite sons that works at ESPN that has his own podcast?
Oh, Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A.
Yeah.
Stephen A. has now weighed in, and he has unloaded on the communist Zoran Mamdani. Now, one thing about Stephen A., man, Stephen A., when it comes to all these far lefties, man, I'm going to say it. Stephen A. is not a far leftist, okay? But he always has to first justify, I like this person. Let's just be real. He's been going after Jasmine Crockett. I don't believe for a second he likes her. Not for 1 second, but he always starts saying that, and then he goes after her. Zoran Mamdani, guess what? I believe Stephen A. despises this man. But he has to say that he likes him, even though Stephen A. has always said, I'm a capitalist. I love my money. Zoran Mamdani is trying to steal your money. You don't like him, Stephen A. You don't like this man. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this is necessarily going to affect Stephen A. I think Stephen A. actually lives in New Jersey, even though he's actually from Hollis, Queens. I think he lives in New Jersey, though. He has come out and he has destroyed Zoran Mamdani. Let's watch this.
Yeah.
So this is definitely not on ESPN. This is on his podcast. His podcast has changed different names, man. It was a No Mercy, then Stephen A. Smith show. Now I guess it's called Straight Shooter. Stephen A. is going to go after Zoran Mamdani for his communism. But first he has to say, I like him. Stephen A., you don't like him, man. Let's play it.
I'm going to tell you why I'm not happy about it. I like Mamdani. I'm looking forward to interviewing him. He's promised to be on this show. But I'm very, very concerned about some of the things that he said.
Stephen A., what the hell you like about Mamdani?
Yeah. He's trying to destroy that city. What are you
You
talking about?
know you don't like Mamdani.
No.
Anyway, let's continue on.
Look where he works. I mean,
I'm very concerned about what he once said about defunding the police. I'm calling 911. I'm being real with you. I'm calling 911. That's what I'm doing. I don't want to see less police officers. I want to see more police officers. I heard him talk about mental health experts in the subway system. I don't care about that. I want cops in the subways in New York City, where I was born and raised. Born in the Bronx, raised in Queens. That's what I want. I want to hear about no damn mental health experts in subways. Nah, I'm not trying to hear that, okay? 2% tax on the rich. Okay, fine. 11.5% capital gains tax on its face. Okay, fine.
I say no.
Free buses.
right.
No.
Free grocery stores in each borough. Really?
Guys, in case you guys don't know, communist-run grocery stores
Woo!
lead to shortages in their crime rate. This stuff has been tried here in the U.S. It's failed like after a year or two.
Dude,
it shuts down.
Dude, those places look like a bus stop from Total Recall.
Yeah.
Have you seen those places?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
There's no food, man.
Oh,
Benny Johnson went to Cuba with these communist-run grocery stores. He did a whole segment on it.
Third
Shelves
world
empty.
shitholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really think that's going to work? Ladies and gentlemen, we're at a crossroads in this nation. And there's no way to slice it. And the level of vitriol that you see amongst the American citizen is because, God forbid, that you have a difference of opinion. It's not enough to agree. You know, people have to be disagreeable. And you have to be selfish if you're a person that's rich, that's making money, and you don't want to pay your fair share of taxes. Well, when you think about the billionaires in the state, in the city of New York, they make up about 48% in terms of the amount of taxes that they dole out compared to the average American, compared to the rest of New Yorkers. And if you're talking about raising their taxes while doing these other things, you're making New York unattractive, not just for residents, but for businesses. And if you make it unattractive for businesses and you don't, and you compromise the ability to be the capitalists that these people are, then they take their businesses elsewhere.
Ding, 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 ding. Stephen A. hit it on the head. Hit it on the head. The problem with communism is eventually you run out of other people's money. These people are not going to stick around. They're going to leave. And what are they going to have to do to actually get his communist policies in place? Tax the middle class. Middle class ain't going to want to stick around either.
No, they're fixing
So the
to
money
flood
that they
out.
paid on their homes or in rent, they move out of the city or the state. Businesses follow. And ultimately the tax burden falls on to New Yorkers out there, which means that rent freezes, which is also something that Mamdani pushed. Is that really
Big
going
mistake.
to be plausible? Are you really going to be able to freeze rent? Or are you going to end up hiking it because you don't have enough people here to pay it? Tax revenue, where you getting that from? See, these are all the kind of things that we have to connect the dots and ask ourselves, 1 + 1, does it equal 2? Is it really plausible that these things are going to happen? According to Mayor Hochul, 90% of the stuff Mamdani said he can't do on his own. He got to come through her in the state legislature in order to get it done. Is he going to be able to do that? What level of support is he going to have outside of young whippersnappers out there who love him and are so in love with his personality and everything else that they didn't really dot the I's and cross the T's and look at actual policies and the kind of effect that's going to have on New Yorkers? That's what I'm worried about. I hope I'm wrong. Because talking to him, I like him. I'm looking forward to sitting down and interviewing with him. I just want to know where the money coming from. See, I count. Okay? I count. And I can't tell you how many young teenagers, it could be daughters, it could be nieces and nephews, it could be friends and family members or relatives of folks along that age gap. And you're asking the same question. And you know what you come up with? The people who love Mamdani the most are not people who pay bills every day.
Yep.
I'm not saying that applies to everybody. I'm not applying that. But they certainly not people that pay bills every day all the time. You don't see business owners clamoring to support them. I'm just saying these things are important to bring up.
Wow. Stephen A. is 1,000% right. 1,000% right.
He's got to get over the fact, though, that he doesn't need to play nice with these folks all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Let me just
Newsflash. They don't like you, Stephen A.
No, they freaking hate your ass. They hate you. And since you're black and you're standing up against them, they doubly hate your ass. That's like Matrix knows. I mean, honestly, they can't stand that. No.
But I think Stephen A. actually really cares about people liking him, especially the quote unquote black and brown people. These communists hate your guts. You can say you like Mamdani. You can say you like Jackson Crockett. Jackson Crockett hates your ass. She don't like you.
I will say this. I would love to see Stephen A. Smith get completely uninvolved with anything related to Disney. And then tell us what you really think about everything. Because I have a feeling that it would be a lot more similar to what you and I think than what they think.
It ain't gonna happen, man.
But
Disney just paid him a lot of money.
Okay, I think that $20 million a year that he gets from Disney is always in the back of his mind. I believe that.
I think so too.
And unfortunately,
he loves his money. He's made no bones about it. He loves his money. Hey, more power to you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But this whole communist scam, man, Stephen A. knows this. He knows this. And like I said, I don't think he actually lives in New York City anymore. I think he lives like in probably East Rutherford or something like that, New Jersey. But if he still lives actually in New York City, I would love to know who he voted for. I really would. I mean, think of this, man. This is how much of a disaster New York City is, man. They had to choose between a communist and a horrible Democrat. And Staten Island, which is very red, ended up voting for the very bad Democrat. They didn't have a choice, really.
I look. Yeah.
And I'm willing to bet he probably voted for Cuomo if he actually did.
Yeah, I believe it. In fact, I would venture to say that if you followed him into his voting booth the last couple of years and the curtain was peeled back, woo-wee, he would take a lot of heat.
Even though he said he voted for Kamala, if you listen to Stephen A.
I don't believe
If
that.
you listen to Stephen A., this man disagrees with pretty much every policy Democrats come up with.
Yeah.
He has not named one single policy that he actually agrees with Democrats. Not one. Not saying that he necessarily agrees with the Republicans, but definitely not the Democrats.
Not only that, but he likes Trump. He likes Trump.
And Trump said good things about Stephen A. when they were on. He had called in, and I think it was Chris Cuomo was there, and Stephen A. was there, because the word is Stephen A. wants to run for president probably, and Trump was like, "Yeah, I like to see Stephen A. do that." So